The Night the Light Went Out by Holly Lawlor. Just like most nights over the last 30 years, Frank, the loop-head lighthouse-keeper, was winding down for the night. The whistle from the kettle told Frank water was ready for his hot water bottle. It was a cold and frosty night, so Frank threw a few extra pieces of turf in the stove to keep him warm while he slept. All of Frank's jobs were done for the day and night, and he was looking forward to the next few chapters of his book, Gulliver's Travels. A few hours had passed and the light on the candle beside his bed was starting to dim. Frank knew he would be up early to clean the lenses and the windows, so he blew out his candle. Frank was in a light sleep when he was woken by an eerie sound. Frank was sure it wasn't the kettle making his whistling noise. It sounded more like a wailing sound. He sat up in bed and listened closely. He was sure it was coming from the little square window at the end of the bed. Frank didn't know whether to open the brown curtains or not. The wailing pots got louder and louder, and in all his years as a lighthouse keeper, he had never heard a sound like this before. There was no bird or animal that made this noise. This could only mean one thing to Frank. It was the wail of the banshee. Frank slowly pulled back one of the brown curtains. Suddenly, right in front of him, a crow, flapping its wings, flew back off the window while Frank bottled back under his covers. Frank peeped out from under his covers towards the half-open curtain, and all he could see was darkness outside. Frank knew there was something wrong with the main lighthouse lamp. He jumped out of bed, knowing ships could be in danger. As quick as he could, he ran up the long spiral stairs. When Frank got to the top, he noticed the wick was all wet. Frank knew he had to put back on the oil burner, and quickly. In the distance, he could hear the horn of a boat in trouble. If Frank didn't act fast, this boat would soon end up smashed into the rocks. It needed the light to guide it back to shore. Just then, by the corner of his eye, a bright light appeared. To his horror, he saw that it was the banshee. She was a ghostly woman with no legs, floating in the air, still making that eerie noise. Frank knew this meant death was coming, but not to let it happen on his lighthouse watch. He ignored the banshee and got to lighting the wick of the lamp. Suddenly, the light beamed brightly out to sea. The boat had been saved. Frank could see the banshee slowly fading into the darkness. Her wail was getting lighter and lighter as she vanished into the night sky. Once again, Frank, and especially his lighthouse loophead, had kept all the boats safe from danger, and most importantly, from the banshee.